Before you hit publish on your digital product inside of ThriveCart, there are a few key things you will want to double check because the worst feeling is launching your product, sending traffic to a checkout page, and realizing that something is not set up correctly. So in today's video, I'm walking you through a simple final checklist to make sure your products is fully prepared and ready before you launch. So if you are a VA, an OBM, or a business owner setting up digital products, this is going to save you a lot of stress on launch day. So today we are going to walk you through the 3 things that you need to check inside of ThriveCart before you publish your product. We'll walk through your product setup, your checkout experience, and your delivery setup. So that way, once you hit publish, everything is running smoothly. So the first thing you want to check is your actual product settings. So inside of ThriveCart, go to your products and we're going to check out the settings. So we're going to open up a product. And so inside, we want to make sure your product name is correct, your pricing is set up correctly. Is it one time? Is it a payment plan? Is it a subscription? Your payment options are working and your currency is correct. So you want to go through and make sure all of your options are labeled correctly. You have any labels that you may need, any URL changes, like go ahead and make sure all of those are set up. Also make sure your product status is live. Sometimes it's on disabled or test mode. So absolutely make sure you have these items in place. Make sure your payment processor is set up. Make sure your pricing is set up correctly. Again, make sure, is it a one-time payment? Is it a subscription? Is it a multi-payment? So definitely make sure all of those pieces are already set up correctly. You'll also want to make sure to double check any bump offers that are, make sure they're properly connected in your success URL in the next steps. You'll go to fulfillment and you'll make sure, are they going to a URL? Are they going to ThriveCart Learn? Where are you sending them after? Go ahead, put that URL in the browser and make sure it's working. Just always make sure everything inside of the backend is all connected and live. So this step is all about making sure you are actually getting paid correctly and your purchasers will go to the correct place after purchasing. So this is a really crucial step in the process. So next you'll want to review the checkout experience. So we're going to go over here to checkout and we're going to launch the editor. So once that's pulled up, we are going to go over all the things you need to make sure your checkout has before publishing. Now, this is where your customer is making the decision to buy. So it needs to be clear, it needs to be clean, it needs to be concise. Your product description needs to be clear. Any testimonials or bullets are accurate. Make sure your branding looks correct. Make sure there's no like placeholders or unfinished text. So look through, read every single bullet, look at every single number, make sure everything is set up correctly. So that way, once your customers come across the checkout page, they'll have no issues. Also inside of the checkout, if you're using any upsells, you'll also want to confirm that these are connected properly and the flow makes sense. So up here, you'll have your page flow. So we have the current cart and then we have our different upsells that you can add and make sure, again, if you have any upsells, go through every single line, every single word, every single number, make sure that they are correct, make sure your graphics look clear, like really comb through all your pages to make sure they looked correct. And here is a little pro tip. Make sure you go through your checkout page like your customer would. So get the front facing URL link, go through, again, read everything, make sure everything feels clear, concise, and that way nobody has any questions. It's just easy for them to purchase on the checkout page. Make sure you do that. Okay, so the last and probably the most important step in the whole process is your delivery. So I'm back here at the fulfillment tab. This is such an important piece to check. You want to make sure your product is connected to the correct course platform, folder, link, whatever you're sending them to, make sure it's set up. You have different options where you can send them to a URL. You can just display their invoice. You can send them to your ThriveCart Learn site. Like make sure that is all set up correctly. Your confirmation email is all set up as well. Make sure the login and access instructions are really clear so that way you don't have as many customer support emails. So we're going to save and get URL. Now we have our checkout link. So another pro tip, just like I said earlier, make sure that you are running test purchases. You can see exactly what the customer is experiencing. This is really crucial. You can actually purchase, and that way you can make sure the process is getting into your account and everything there. Or you can create a test coupon code, and it can be 100% off. So that way it's only used for you. So that way you can go through, you can add all your information. You can put in your code down here. Maybe it's just for me 100. Hit apply. That will put 100% off, so that way you don't have to add in credit card details, but you can still click through, and that way you're making sure, are you getting the checkout confirmation emails? Are you getting access to ThriveCart, or are you going to the correct fulfillment links, making sure everything is connected there? And then that way, you have a really seamless process, and this really helps catch anything before real customers go through it. So it's really crucial. So before you hit publish, make sure you checked all three of these areas. First, your product setup, making sure everything is priced and connected correctly. Second, your checkout page, making sure the buying experience is clear and clean. And third, your delivery, making sure your customer actually receives what they purchased. If you have these three all set up correctly, you can feel confident going into your launch. So if you would like support like this, helping you set up your digital products, funnels, or checkouts experiences inside of ThriveCart, our team specializes in building these out for our clients, so that way everything runs really smooth on the back end behind the scenes. So if you'd like any help managing or setting up products like this, go to the link below and we'd be happy to chat about your product funnels inside of ThriveCart. So thanks so much. Bye.